Why is Borderlands 2 my favorite game of all time? Why? Exactly. Am I so fond of this masterpiece of a game, and why do I call it my favorite game when you could argue there are so many better games out there? You could even you can even argue that Fallout 4 is better than Borderlands 2. You could argue that the pre-sequel is better, having better quality in some aspects. But I'm gonna tell you why Borderlands 2 is my favorite game of all time. We're gonna go back about 3 years ago. It was May, and my friend Sean was having a birthday party. I was the only one that showed up, but you know, whatever. So we were trying to find a game to play, and we had no idea what we would play. So what we found is we played the original Borderlands. We played it all night and got to around level 15 or so. So we got about halfway through the game. And I loved it. I couldn't get enough of this game that I'd never played before, but I loved it. So Sean says, hey, you know, this game has multiplayer. If you buy it, I mean, it should be pretty cheap. We can probably play together. So I said, you know, sure, that'd be awesome. I want to get this game. I had a lot of fun with it. And this was back when the only games I really played were Call of Duty and a little bit of Battlefield, but I wasn't that into Battlefield yet. So I went on an adventure where I played Borderlands non-stop. So once I got the game, when I didn't go to GameStop to get it, and my stepdad, he went and he got Borderlands 1. He said, hey, do you want the Game of the Year edition? I'm like, yeah, I'd like the Game of the Year edition. He's like, okay, would you also... I said, while I was there, I said, hey, you know, pick up Borderlands 2 while you're there, too. It's probably pretty cheap. I checked online. So he picked up both Borderlands 1, Game of the Year edition, and Borderlands 2. And I was hooked. All I played was Borderlands. And eventually, I played much more of Borderlands 2 than Borderlands 1. The graphics were better, the gameplay was more smooth, the controls were better. It was just a better game, and I enjoyed it. I started playing with my friends who I had no idea knew about the game and were playing it, and they started playing it with me. I can remember one of my friends, his name was Skullmasher1, which is funny because if you don't know, there's a gun in Borderlands called the Skullmasher. It's a legendary Jacobs sniper rifle. Anyway, so I played with them a lot, and eventually I finally convinced Jared, after a lot of convincing, if you don't know Jared, he's my cousin, to get the game, and we played the shit out of it too. It was all day, every day, and this was about July of 2014 when I started playing. So we played it a lot, and, you know, Borderlands, the pre-sequel comes out, and we get that too. But it could never fill the hole that Borderlands 2 left in my heart, because Borderlands 2 was just so fantastic to me. And I just played it all the time. And I got pretty far. Now, I didn't have any of the DLC, because I was still running the Standard Edition, and I didn't have the Game of the Year Edition. I didn't buy all the DLC, because, you know, I didn't like it as much as I liked Call of Duty back then. But, you know, after Borderlands the pre-sequel comes out, we played it a shit ton, and we just realized it just wasn't as good as Borderlands 2. We went back to Borderlands 2 and played it a ton. Now, this is around the time when I got the DLC finally. I got a $50 PlayStation card a couple weeks before Christmas, and I finally bought all the DLC. And then Jared, well, he got the Game of the Year edition, and then he bought the Digistruct Peak add-on and all the other stuff. And after that, after Jared had the Game of the Year edition, then he had both 2 copies of Borderlands 2. And now if you don't know Tony, Tony is also one of my friends, and he's not really open-minded when it comes to new games. It takes a lot of convincing to get him to play new games, but once he finds a game he really likes, he gets obsessed with it. A la Fallout 4, a la Borderlands 2. And so Tony gets Borderlands 2, and he just, Jared gave it to him for free since, you know, he had 2 copies and they were really good friends. And Tony became obsessed. And now we had the elite crew of 3 people all played Borderlands non-stop. This is 2015 now. We still all had PS3s. We didn't have PS4s. We couldn't afford them. And then Rob got Borderlands 2. If you don't know who Rob is, he's also one of my friends. And I know the people that have this, that are on this channel know who Rob is, because Rob is in the Discord. Anyway, we just had a fantastic time. And that's just the backstory behind why I like Borderlands 2, because I got all my friends to play it, and we just had a fantastic time. Okay, now let's talk about what makes it a great game, because you can have all your friends play it, and almost any game, if you get your friends to play it, it can be fun. But Borderlands 2 had this special thing. It was a PvE, which I generally prefer PvE games. Even though I'm big into Overwatch, I generally prefer PvE games. They just appeal more to me, and I don't have to stress out as much. The comedy of Borderlands 2 is spot on. The voice acting is great, and everything that goes into the game is fantastic. The visual style is very appealing, and the graphics still hold up 5 years after the game came out. As this game did come out in 2012, if you've forgotten, and it's 2017 now, and the Handsome Collection and the PC edition look fantastic, and I couldn't hope for more with this game. The weapons are fantastically unique and fun. When the process of getting a weapon is fun, while also having the weapon is fun, and having these rare things to go with, and having so many different versions of the weapons, it will literally take you a million years to get everything in the game. That's a little of an exaggeration if you're very lucky. But Borderlands 2 was just so appealing because of these aspects. And multiple playthroughs to boot. Plus the multiplayer aspect. I don't think Borderlands 2 would be quite as fun if it was a single player game. Which is one of the problems I have with Fallout. I can't go on and jump on with friends and play it. It's just not possible. But all these things contribute to my love of Borderlands 2. And I love the game. And I implore anyone to try it. You can get the Game of the Year edition on Steam for like $20. And it's on like every console like you can think of. It's on PS3, Xbox 360, PC, PS4, Xbox One. It's even on the PS Vita. Even though that is the worst edition of the game, the PS Vita edition, it's even worse than my computer, and if you know anything about my computer, you know it's complete garbage. I'm working to improve that. I will be upgrading to a very, very more powerful PC. Is that even a phrase? I don't know. A much more powerful PC. Once I have the money, which I'm saving up for. Okay, let's get off of that tangent about the things about in the game. It's vastly replayable with 6 different characters, counting the DLC, and if you don't have the DLC, it has 4 characters, 50 levels for each 4 characters in the main game, and that's just if you don't have any DLC. That's 200 levels of leveling up if you don't want to create a new character. Then that's, that's like 8 playthroughs, and we haven't even gotten to DLC. If you just have both the DLC characters, that is 300 levels and 10, no, not 10, it is 12 playthroughs of extra content. Now, let's go into Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. Ultimate Vault Hunter mode added that, and it has 70, and it adds you get 22 more levels if you have both of the Ultimate Vault Hunter packs. Well, it's not the Ultimate Vault Hunter packs, it's the level packs. And I don't even want to do the math for that. What's like 72 times 6? I don't want to do that math, but it's a shit ton. And then you can put, and then on top of that, you can replay Ultimate Vault Hunter as many times as you want. And with the addition of Digistruct Peak and OP levels going all the way to OP8, essentially giving you a level 80 character with the health of a level 70, not 70, 72, it's amazing. And you wanna go through the game again and again. You wanna reset your Ultimate Vault Hunter so you can try to farm for these new guns. With quest rewards, or things you can only get once, like the Pot of Gold, which is a shield that only drops from one enemy and he does not respawn. All these things go into making Borderlands 2 a great game. And especially the Easter eggs and nods to pop culture. Right now, what you see me doing, I'm going and I'm doing the Minecraft Easter egg. Yes, they have a Minecraft Easter egg. This game came out in 2012. When Minecraft was just getting popular. See, there's creepers in the game. Like, that's insane. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end off this video here. I wanted to explain why I'm so infatuated with Borderlands, and why Borderlands 2 is just my favorite game of all time. Very close in front of Black Ops 2, that is. Black Ops 2 will always have a place in my heart. It's one of the games that got me into a hardcore gamer, and it's one of the games. No, it is the game that got me into Call of Duty Zombies, which is a series. Well, it's a game mode that I just am still infatuated with, and it's so amazing. Now, this has been CMA Creeper for the Ethereal Matrix. I'll catch you guys next week, or if I decide to upload earlier.